What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Live Before Locked. We are joined by TST today. The news is flowing. USA has a draw. I've been drinking since 2. TST, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Happy to have World Cup to distract us during the day. And there's a lot of news here. All my lineups I'm going to have to redo in the last minute as usual. So
I just spent
it'll
like
be some
a couple
stress.
$100, man. I'm so upset. I'm so mad at everything right now. Before we get into that, though, we will give away a limited card as we do for every Live Before Lock show. All you have to do is like this stream that you're watching right now. You have to subscribe to the Team Hold channel. And then if you go ahead and put into the chat hashtag TST in honor of our guest, that'll give you a shot at a limited card. We'll give that shit away at the end. But man, we've got news. So the Golden State Warriors won exactly one road game, and then they were like, we should sit everyone. So Clay is out, Steph is out, I believe Draymond is out, Wiggins has a questionable tag, Looney has a questionable tag. They just announced that Nembhard for the Pacers is out. The Heat are still battling all of those things. I mean, this TSC, where do we start today?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, Golden State. It seems like kind of maybe old because we've already done this, but
Yeah.
I feel like they have the most like recent, but yet kind of predictable news that kind of went down. Like there's some interesting stuff even like in New York with Grimes kind of possibly going in there.
Everybody's hyped about Grimes, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, he put up big number yesterday, and then he could start again. I think the Nembhard news is pretty decent. Orlando still like got no one. I don't know. There's tons here. I think we got to start with Golden State though.
Yeah, well, let's start with Golden State. I'm going to pull up Momentum Labs. As always, if you guys are interested in the projection sheets that we are using, go ahead and sign up for Momentum Labs. You can find a link in the show notes. And again, if this is your first time checking out anything that we're doing here, you can use the link that's in the show notes. I'll actually drop it into the chat as well. You can sign up for Sorare right now and play some free fantasy basketball. You don't have to spend a freaking dollar. You use this link, you immediately get some free common cards. And then if you buy some shit, you get a free shit thing later. Let me drop that link in there. We'll pin this. People are saying Giannis calf tightness. I missed that. Is Giannis on the
he's
injury?
probable though. He's probable.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so let's go over to Momentum Labs. We'll check that out. Let's see while I'm doing that if I'm going to end up buying a Quentin Grimes. But let's go over to Momentum Labs. And for those that don't know, in the last 5 minutes, I have bought a LeBron James Limited. I have bought Benedict Mathurin Limited. I bought a TJ McConnell Limited. So shit.
One or two?
I bought 2 by accident. Anyways, let's start with some of these Golden State guys. Let's start with so with all of those guys out, let's check with Poole first, right? So Jordan Poole has a cap of 26, is only projecting for 31, which honestly, I'm kind of surprised by.
Yeah, I think he has like crazy usage whenever Clay's out, but like. That also, I mean, I think a couple times it's been Steph has been out too, and which is the case here. One time Wiggins was out as well. So I think like if Wiggins is rolled out as well, then maybe that like becomes
that bumps
even
it up a little
crazier.
Bit more.
The other thing just to kind of talk about with Golden State that's interesting is that they have 2 games and like this is just a rest on a back-to-back. So like it doesn't make Steph Clay like not plays because you just have to consider that they're one game. So that's why like on the projections here, like Steph is still in like projecting at 52.8, but that's because he has one other game.
Right.
So it's just something to take note of. It means you could almost play them together too. And like,
yeah,
that's not
I definitely
a bad
think you
play. So like, but Jordan Poole at a cap of 26. Yeah, he has upside. I don't know. I have some irrational hate for Jordan Poole. So
I get it.
I really like Dante DiVincenzo.
All right, let's look at DiVincenzo first. I immediately went to Kuminga because clearly that's the guy. I like Dante DiVincenzo right here is a cap of 11 with projection of 14, but it's someone that can do some playmaking stuff, can do a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah, he's just been impressing me, like, not only the fact that they're out, he's still gonna get burned, when, like, he's kind of been their first reliable guard off the bench besides, like, Poole. Like, he's been the other guy on the wing kind of. Him and Jermichael Green have been, like, getting more of a consistent role, it seems. They're like, "Okay, we gotta go with some more vets right now to turn this thing around."
Yeah.
So I'm liking him a little bit. I know, Kevin Looney is questionable still. So, like, if
I'm
Kevin
assuming he's
Looney gets ruled out, uh, then Jermichael Green comes into play in a huge way, I think.
good God. This is how gross it is right now. We've started with DiVincenzo. We've got one of the Green Bros. There's so many of them. Let's look at Jamichael real quick. Sorry. There he is. Jamichael with a cap of 13, a projection of just about 13, which isn't as sexy. Um,
But that is
also,
assuming that
right.
is assuming that Looney's playing at this time. So
Right, right. That's assuming Looney's playing. We also should know DeAndre Hunter just got ruled out, which means, man, I don't even know what that means. Maybe some more
AJ
AJ
Griffin,
Griffin.
baby. AJ
Fuck.
Griffin.
All right, let's actually look at. And here you go. Here's all the stupid shit I bought. We got to list this right now. Let's actually. We'll do this live. We can show you what happens when you buy two things at the same time. Let's see. Let's see what McConnell looks like here. What's the low ass for McConnell? Did it pump? No, it didn't pump at all. So we're just gonna give away TJ McConnell. Well, who were we just looking at? AJ Griffin. That's who we
Yeah.
wanted to peep. Here we go. Let's see. Griff. AJ Griffin right here has a low ask of 25. I think there's definitely a ceiling there. I think there's a lot of risk on that. So
He just went nuts though, eh?
yeah, he did. He put 17 off the bench, hit the game winner against your Toronto Raptors. I totally understand the play if he's gonna, especially if he moves into the starting lineup. I also could see like a Kongu getting a little bit more run. I don't know. Maybe John Collins gets more usage instead of it going to a bench guy. But there we go.
But
Uh,
like AJ Griffin was like $18 before that got announced, I think.
yeah,
So
yeah.
he's pumping hard right
He
now.
he jumped up. Let me get to some of these questions too. So, best replacement for Nembard or stick with and hope he plays the second game. Nembard's definitely somebody I wouldn't stick with for if he's like missing a game. I wouldn't stick with him because he's not like I don't think he has a high enough upside that it's worth. Like when you stick with Curry because he's only going to play one or two. You know Curry can still put up like 50. You know.
Yeah, and the thing with Nemhard is that his cap isn't amazing either. So
Yeah.
like his caps, I think, oh, it's at 16.
Yeah. I would not
I
play
thought it was
Nembard.
I thought it was at 19 for some reason. So it's not too bad. I'd almost played TJ with 2 games over him, and then like
Yeah.
especially if that extra like 4 of cap is useful to you, and that
Mhm.
allows you to upgrade someone else. So that's what I would say for that. But if you're just looking for someone like in that cap range, uh, then that's a whole other question.
Yeah, I totally agree. Pat saying, who would you play, Griffin or House? Assuming you mean Daniel House. Man, probably Griffin.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, I think it's pretty. I mean, I guess. All right, here's the argument for Daniel House. There's literally no one who can score there except for Tobias Harris, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess it is House. I just don't trust that House can create anything. Um, man, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I would definitely be more happy, I think, buying Griffin than I would be buying House
Yeah, that's true.
at
That is
these
true.
prices. But just like, I don't know, he put up 17 and 20, so rare. He's only got a cap of 9, I think. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that more becomes like a cap argument. But what's Griffin's cap at? Like 13 or something?
I actually thought it was a little bit higher. Hold on, let me double check that. I also saw Gnome had a great question in there that I think we should do because I think that is a oh shit, whoops, not Knicks, sir. If we look at Griffin, his cap is 11. But Gnome's asking here Kaminga or Griffin. I'd go Kaminga here, even though I know there's probably a little volatility there, but I would definitely go Kaminga.
Yeah, I'd go Kaminga probably for the upside and the cap. Like,
Yeah, yeah, because like when we look at Kaminga, right, he was someone who we were just checking their projections. I also like I do think Wiggins sits and like he's just gonna play so much, and Kuminga has way more upside. He's going to cap a 9. I would definitely play Kuminga here. Like, to me, Kuminga and Moody are two of the best plays on the slate tonight. And I know you're only getting really. It's funny. You have to play like one of the this counts as a 1 game slate for these guys. In the same way that you're playing Steph for a 1 game, same thing that you're doing with Kuminga and Moody. But I just think the opportunity at that, like, there's way less risk because of how low their cap is.
I would also say, like, if we're talking Griffin versus Kaminga, Griffin, like, Hunter being out just means Griffin gets more minutes, but like the usage on that team hasn't shifted in a crazy amount. Whereas
Right.
like Kaminga is getting more minutes and like the usage on that like team has like fallen out. Like
Right.
there's like none left besides Jordan Poole, who will eat up as much as
He's
humanly
gonna shoot.
possible.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot left on the table when you take off those 3 players.
Yeah, I'm seeing some other stuff too. We get it. There's so much shit we need to get into. So, yeah, like Paul George is out. So Terrence Mann, who disappointed this last couple of games, but with PG out, he steps into a nice role. And then, yeah, Josh asked about Jermichael Green, which you kind of alluded to a little bit. TSC. Do you want to talk about Jermichael for a second?
He's like Jermichael Green. I like him if we get some news here that Looney's not playing.
Right.
But like I'm like, what's his price at?
It's
Okay,
$9, like
$9.
almost 10. It's super
I
low risk.
I don't hate it because he's gonna have some games even when they have all their players. He's been getting some nice like burn and
Hmm.
kind of, even if either uh, Draymond or Looney ever sit in the future, his usage will go up. I think Golden State has kind of shown that they're going to do this with back to backs and like kind of like punt the whole team instead of just some. So he's going to come back into play. So I don't hate him at these prices. I would also be like, you can just wait this and like play this whole Golden State thing in
Yeah.
like 2 days, and like all the players that are pumping right now is probably going to happen again. So
Yeah.
if you want to kind of like be like, okay, I'm not doing anything to do with Golden State if I don't own them right now, but I'm going to take notes right now, and then in like 2 days revisit this, or in a week from now, and then Golden State has a back to back coming up in a month or so, and then like this is all going to happen again.
I know. I wanted to share Bobby's comment too, because I know this is like kind of tongue in cheek. At this point, you just buy Kaminga and hold it with the Warriors team. That's literally why I bought Jordan Poole, Kaminga, and Moody. I actually bought Wiseman too, which is a huge L. But because of that, like that, they are just going to sit guys, like, and they're going to rest them because they don't care about the regular season. They just know they need to get into the playoffs. And all of a sudden, they move into this massive usage rate. And even if it happens like once every couple weeks, it only takes one time, both to like boost your roster up, but also for like flipping opportunities. So I totally get that. People are saying Pat Baldwin Jr. with a cap of 0. I mean, like, listen, I get it. That might be a little too far for me, but I get it. I get it. The other situation, which we haven't talked to, this is why like the injury news is so nuts. Like what happened over the weekend, plus like the last couple of hours. So Philly is without Embiid, they're without Maxey, and they're without Harden for Embiid for a couple of games, Maxey and Harden for a little bit longer. So we already knew that we were going to be without Harden and Maxey for a little bit. So we saw guys like Shake Milton bump up. We saw D'Anthony Melton bump up. Even Daniel House, not really Daniel House, but now with this Embiid news, you got Montrezl Harrell, who he's an awesome dude. You got Paul Reed. Is there somebody knocking at the door? It got like really loud in here. But you have all of those guys. I don't know. How are you approaching the Philly situation?
I I kind of sat it out a little bit. I liked Shake Milton versus D'Anthony Melton doesn't really move the needle with me because his cap's really high. His cap's at
Mhm.
like 26.
Yeah. Well,
So
because D'Anthony Melton's been balling.
yeah, but like in a way that like when you're doing this, like I'm not that confident that these guys are gonna like hit a crazy game. They're
Right.
much more likely to get like a nice mid-20s game, a 30 game. So that's where like the lower cap player, I think, it has a lot more of an advantage for this. So Shake Milton was like a little more appealing to me. Um, Daniel House Jr. I own his rare, so I was kind of like, okay, I'm
Let's
happy
go.
about it, but like not like really moving it. Like the Paul Reed Montrezl Harrell is like where the Embiid news really changed things.
Right, right.
And like Tobias Harris, like that cap of 33 is just high enough that it doesn't matter to me.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, and I mean, projecting. I feel like this projection needs to go up. Maybe it's because he's questionable, but
yeah.
yeah, I
So
think to me, Paul Reed because of his cap. His cap is 7. Harrell's is 11. I think both of them are good plays, but I think I would just lean. I would lean Paul Reed. Someone Borland was saying, "What's Wiggins?" Are you talking about Andrew Wiggins here, Borland? Let me pull that up. Wiggins is questionable though. I am nervous Wiggins doesn't play. I feel like if he does play tonight, he doesn't play the next game.
yeah, but that's their next game's not till Wednesday or Thursday.
Uh, no, I
So
just mean that they would give him the rest.
yeah, I just yeah.
Only if
Uh,
they're like playing everybody. You know what I mean?
the reason I have hope for Wiggins
It's
to
Canadian.
play is that they didn't announce him when they announced the other guys. And
But
the
they
other
did
time
give
we saw
yeah.
it, they like were like bang, bang, bang. So I mean, it is possible. Like it's like, oh, are you feeling how you feeling right before or whatnot? Like,
Yeah.
but
That's fair. Let me remind the people as we're 16 minutes in, like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag TST into the chat. We're giving away a limited card today. So fire that into there. So those are like the main spots that we were looking at tonight. Wait, is Vala slumping or I don't know who Vala is. Do you know who Vala is?
no, Vala slumping or falling out.
Yeah, I don't know who Vala is. Noah, you got to tell me who Vala is. I'm lost. I'm lost. TSC, why don't we do this here for a second as we start to
Oh,
Valanciunas?
Valanciunas. His role is just up and down.
Does
I think
Valanciunas go by Vala?
no.
But
By
the only
he goes by
reason
Big Chun, Valanciunas.
my only concern is a bunch of people put Val. Does he go by Vala? Wow. I listen, honestly, I'm honored to not know that. If that's his nickname, that sucks. That dude is primed for good nicknames. He's got an alt-right haircut. He's like he's a big dude. He shoots in slow motion and we call him Vala. That's the best we can do for my name is Jonas. Come on.
We did not call him Vala when he was in Toronto.
Yeah,
That's all.
I hate
We
it.
call him
I
the
hate
Big
it.
Chun, Jonas,
Yeah, all
Val. We
those
just
are
called him
better.
Val. Like, why would you go Vala? You can just say Val.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God. Terrible. I'm out on it. I'm out on it, guys. Sorry for losing subs. All right, hold on. I want to get to I see some more questions. He is Lithuanian, have some respect. That's not an excuse. That's like when people are like, dude, it's Web3. That's not an excuse for a shitty nickname just for being Lithuanian. If anything, you should hold Lithuanians to a higher standard, okay? TST, how are you approaching tournaments? Because this is one of the things that I
Yes,
wanted to
let's
talk
talk
about
about
tonight.
this.
Yeah, we've got so the rare champion, rare contender. We've got limited contender, limited champion, and now we've got this Western Conference, which is used like Western Conference champion style. So like, how are you approaching? Like, what are you doing? Are you zeroing in on a couple of tournaments and then just like throwing whatever you have for leftovers everywhere else? Like, how are you handling
Yeah.
this?
You wanna bring up just like where we can see the number of entrants and
Yeah,
everything?
yeah. That's a good call. I didn't even think about that. So if we go to upcoming here, um,
Yeah,
so right,
perfect.
we have the limited contender has almost 7,400 entrants, but 2,175. I'm sorry, 2,175 payouts for limited champions. We have almost 57 entrants with 1,160 payouts. Limited Western Conference. Now here we go. This is like a third is almost getting paid out, right? So
Yeah.
3K versus 965. And then when we look at the rare, 2,500 entrants, 740, and then 1,600, 305.
Yeah, so for the rare, I have Paul George and Tyrese Maxey, so they're both out. So I'm basically looking at rare contender. If I think we got to talk about the Western Conference thing, and maybe quickly just talk about the common one and like disregard that thing basically.
Yeah.
Like 100%, you need all your focus on the common champion, and then I would say go to common contender first because only 15% of the Western Conference pays out for
Mhm.
a common reward, and 15% of the contender pays out a tier, like a top tier common. So
Right.
like just to get a tier 5 would earn you a tier 1 in the other one. So moving on to the limited, which probably matters a little more, like these numbers are a little surprising to me. At first, I thought limited Western would kind of be a little closer
Yeah.
to the contender and stuff. So like I I kind of focus this week on limited champion, and then like if there was a player that's Western and I was debating to between two players, then I would take the Eastern for this week and then save the Western to kind of debate in the limited Western conference. At first, I thought I was going to
Wait,
totally punt it.
so what do you mean you save the Eastern? What do you mean?
No, no, I would use the Eastern in the champion, and then I
Oh,
would save
yes.
the Western. But at first, I was going to punt the limited Western based on
Yeah,
the
this
price payouts. But these numbers of who's joined or not
right.
is like underwhelming. But the thing I would say is that these numbers, I think the caliber of people, like the like seriousness of people playing,
Is higher.
is higher that are playing the limited Western
Well,
because like it's probably the fact that people just don't have enough Western players to fill out all of them or something. So that's why we have a little less. So like maybe the last 1,000 in a limited contender are just kind of thrown together whatever they have.
well, and the other thing you have to remind yourselves too is like, yeah, I see people are being like 3K is pretty low. Wait, isn't the Western the best odds for limited? It is, but it is also champion, right? Like it's
Yeah.
not the contender where I feel like contender is it's the quickest way or the easiest way to level the playing field where champion it's a little bit harder. Like you have to have like we were talking offline because I just scooped a LeBron and then I even started building. I was like, oh, I need to buy something else. Like a LeBron is not enough. So it's tricky. It is tricky. The way I've been doing it is I've focused rare contender as like my priority, and then it was going to be limited contender as my second priority. But I actually think it's going to be limited champion as my second priority, and then limited contender, and then rare champion. I just throw whatever I have left in there, knowing that it's going to be a shit show. So that's kind of
Yeah.
how I've been doing it.
I like Courtside's comment here. Um, I wasn't going out and buying Western. I don't think I made any Western purchases for this either. I think it's more like prioritizing like what's in your collection. Um, Especially, I really think that like having the MVP slot changes a lot, and it's gonna like. I'm really interested to see how it affects the scores in
Yeah.
limited champion and limited contender. Like it actually might make those contests easier because like now it's like, oh, I have a Shea. Well, I'm gonna play him in the limited Western because he's in the Western Conference and not
Hmm.
in the limited champion like I normally would. So like I think the ownership of some of these like high end Western ones are gonna shift over to that limited Western and maybe make limited champion a little lower scoring.
No, I think you're right. And TST, I actually I'm seeing someone like bang on my door for a second, so I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
jump
yeah.
off. Do you want to before we do that? Do you want to share your screen? Maybe take us
Yeah.
through
I
your
wanna
lineup a little bit.
Yeah, I might go to some injury news with some teams here, but
Yeah, yeah, but if
yeah,
you I wanna give you access to
yeah.
share screen.
I
Borderland
will.
2 saying, "Love that they're adding stuff." Dude, that's my favorite thing too. Like, I
And there's
love
more coming next week too. So
yeah. I love that I totally agree. Like, they're not keeping it stale, and even if they did keep it stale, it's, like, clear what we're doing. Alright, I'm gonna pop up for 2 seconds.
yeah, so I wanted to go through Orlando. Where are we going here? Because they just announced who they're starting, and they're without Wendell Carter Jr., so he's not playing, and these projections had him playing. So they're actually going to start Bull as well as Mo Bamba, which I find uh, pretty interesting for Mo Bamba, and he really comes into play now for me with the starting cap at 19. I like him a little more than I would have, and I might like him a little more than Bull, even though Bull definitely has more upside as a player, but just that cap saving me 9. I think he could be a real difference maker in some people's lineups here coming in at 19. Obviously a guy that can put up the blocks, and that will really could change some things for that. Terrence Ross, I think he might be out as well. Let me see what Underdog is saying right now. He was questionable. There's no new news, but the starting lineup that Underdog is saying is we got Suggs, Wagner, Okiki, Bull, and Bamba. So Terrence Ross often comes off the bench as well. So at $6, he's a lot nicer than going and spend $24 or whatever he might be up to now. I definitely think Bamba's in play now for the Magic, getting the start and just how he plays.
We're talking about Wendell Carter Jr. being ruled out.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the Orlando situation's pretty weird too. Only because like guys like Bol and Mo Bamba have gotten run in the last like couple of weeks or so, so their cap is almost appropriate, right? So I for me it would be like Wagner, Bol, and then Mo Bamba. Although where's Mo Bamba's cap? Oh yeah,
He's at
actually
19. That's
maybe
why I was saying Bamba over Bull.
yeah.
Because he's at
I'm with you.
19 versus 28, and that like 9 cap really gets you to play with some other stuff. So
Yeah, I'm totally with you. That makes more sense. I'm trying to see if there's any is there any news that we're waiting for right now? Is there any so we're still waiting on the Giannis news. Zion's probable. Bam being questionable would really, if he gets ruled out, all of a sudden Nikola Jovic is like a smash play because Jimmy Butler's already out, right?
yeah, I think they're predicting them both to start if they're both playing though already. So Jovic is still probably in play even if
right.
Bam's
I imagine more usage goes to Jovic if
yeah, for sure.
somebody like Bam is out, right? There we go. All right, Coach Starcombe says Jovic, Moody. Oh God, DeAndre Jordan. Fuck. For me, it's Moody, Jovic, and then like 5 other dudes before DeAndre. I hate DeAndre Jordan.
Just don't enter a lineup.
Yeah. Luke is asking for some news on Cam Reddish and Quentin Grimes minutes. I don't have that news yet. I don't know. My guess is that whoever's starting is going to play the shit ton of minutes, Luca, because Tom Thibodeau is a big fan of playing one guy a million minutes. So,
well, it's not even just that that we're gonna have.
Go ahead.
That we're not gonna have Cam Reddish playing too. It's that Derrick Rose is also questionable. So if that's the case, then Quentin Grimes is eating up some of those minutes too, probably.
Yeah.
Quickly, I don't know. Quickly's been kind of just a disappointment in general.
Yeah, he really has been. TSC, you want to, while you have your screen up, do you want to, someone was saying, what about Herbert Jones? He played 36 minutes last game. My only concern with Herbert Jones is that we got our boy Zion is most likely back, right? And Zion is going to eat into a ton of that usage. So I'm a little bit nervous about Herbert Jones.
Yeah. Like Zion's pretty, like I actually kind of like the Zion play because of his cap. Like his cap's 35. So he's there. Herb Jones, like cap at
Zion
21.
is a great play. I totally agree.
Yeah. Like Herb Jones, 21, like projects at 24. His best game's been 39. So
yeah. I would find another spot.
Yeah, he doesn't really do it for me.
I don't hate it if it's the only thing you have, but if that's like, if you're choosing between, like Courtside said, between Vucci and Barnes, I'm going to imagine Scotty Barnes is the better play here, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Hey, because that's a game question too, right? That's really, like, I think Vooch has multiple games.
Oh, yeah. Barster, he's asking what ETR is. Establish the run. So I use Establish the Run and I use Underdog for most of my NBA fantasy related stuff. That's where I go for my projections. And then we're using Momentum Labs right now for our fantasy projections. So hope that's helpful. Ooh, this is another one too. Dude, what are you doing over there, TST? I feel like you're moving very slow between the spreadsheets where we're talking about Vucci and Barnes. What's going on?
Sorry. Vucci and Barnes. I thought that was just like an obvious one. We didn't have to go to the spreadsheet.
No, all right, here we go. There we go. Taking over. I'm taking over the reins here with the spreadsheets. What the hell is going on? All right, so Vooch. We got Vooch with a cap of 32 and a projection of 36. That's fun. And then Scotty Barnes with a cap. Oh, I would just take Scotty Barnes. I don't love Vooch, man. I don't. Vooch makes me nervous. Vooch makes me
Yeah.
nervous.
Like if you have like the 2 game philosophy though, that you're just like those are close enough that if you roll with the philosophy of just like I want more stabs at it, then
Yeah.
by all means, like their caps are so similar, the projections are so similar. Scotty Barnes has been, I would say, probably a slight disappointment this year.
Yeah. But that makes me think he still has upside just because he's been underperforming a little bit. Ripping Packs with Stack says, do y'all play everyone with 2 games on a squad, or do you mix it up with players with 1 game? I like this question. TSC, I'll let you go first.
I try to prioritize whatever lineup I'm prioritizing. I try to prioritize with people with multiple games. When I'm just kind of filling it in, I'll like roll a lineup with everyone with 1 game.
Yeah.
It's tough with injury stuff. Then if you have a guy that's like sick or like questionable stuff like that, and he only has 1 game, then like I'm like, okay, maybe I avoid that.
Yeah.
But like so much of it ends up coming back to cap and fitting people in. So when that's the case, I'll use a 1 game.
I use it more as a tiebreaker, and I also am willing to do 1 game for superstars versus value guys. So if it's a value guy, I want 2 shots at it, which is why
Yeah.
Terrence Mann over the weekend, or maybe it was last week, where I don't love Terrence Mann, but I was like, well, I'm getting 2 cracks at like maybe Kawhi sitting or maybe Paul George sitting or something like that. But the superstars, I need Steph to just play 1 time. And if Steph doesn't get there that 1 time, what are you going to do? Like, it's still Steph. I'm okay to throw that out there. Someone was asking, I think it was Noam was saying DeJounte Murray or Halliburton. Those projections were like right on top of each other. To me, like I feel like Halliburton has a better shot at a double-double, and DeJounte has a better shot at a triple-double, which like is an insane thing to say. But like I know Halliburton's probably going to get you 20 and 12, but DeJounte could get you like 28, 14.
I would probably lean Halliburton, but where DeJounte Murray has a little more upside for me is it, like his defensive stats. Like he could just have a 5-steal game like that. So their caps are similar too, right?
Yeah. I'm
Both
sorry, I'm
got
like
2
super
games.
behind on the chat. So if I missed your chat, feel free to fire it in there again. Josh says combo of JaMychal Green and THT or Josh Hart Jamal. Jesus, I think it's the first one, right?
First one.
We don't know if Jamal Cain is ever going to be seen from again. And I played Jamal Cain over the weekend, but I don't know. That was like a one-off. I feel
that was crazy.
It was crazy. Adam says, I already have Moody, Griffin, Norman Powell for my so rare contender. Is it super rare? Adam, we're talking to a super rare, bro. All right. All right, dude. Welcome to the poorhouse. Need to choose Kyrie and Reggie Jackson or Fox and wow.
Oof.
Listen, Adam, I don't trust a goddamn thing Kyrie's doing. And that's not even like a belief thing. He played 20 some odd minutes last night and did like 14 and 5. De'Aaron Fox is going to play 35 minutes a game unless it's a blowout, you know? I don't know. Do you go the other way there, or how do you feel?
I'm pull up Beasley.
We'll pull up Beasley. Beasley, who has just had a fucking weekend. He scored like 60 points this weekend. The case for Reggie, too, by the way, like with Paul George being out, I get it. So Beasley is a cap of 24, the projection of 26.
Yeah, I'd go with them.
You'd go
Fox. Fox and Beasley. Yeah. Pretty easy choice for me.
Yeah. Johnny says Caleb Matton with 2 games for the Heat or PJ with 1.
Oof.
Man, if Bam is out, I would say Caleb for sure.
Yeah.
So Caleb has a cap of 20 with a projection of 24. And our favorite player of all time, PJ Washington, is a cap of 26. Oh, it sounds like it's PJ, my man. Especially with no LaMelo. Right?
I would say if we get some injury news that more people are out for the Heat, then I'd go Caleb. But if not, I'd go PJ. And like I've been riding PJ all season. He's probably responsible for like half the rewards I've won. Wow. And somehow his cap still ends up in the mid-20s after every week, and he'll go off for 40 because he does the like 40 and then like 10. So PJ with 1 game is a little like we were talking about before.
Right.
That less confident in him because he's been keeping his cap nice and low because he puts up those duds, but he's been doing it while in the same game week giving me a 40 piece every time. So
yeah. Matthias says, on a 3-game week reward streak, my rare contender hoping Shake, Josh Hart, Jeremy Grant, Tyus Jones, and Jamie. Dude, that's a pretty solid lineup, especially you got 2 guys from the Blazers who are missing their monster usage guy, Shake Milton, Tyus Jones, they're also missing John Morant. Like that's a solid
this
squad
is
there.
like 4 injury positive players.
Yeah, it feels
McDaniel.
like you should be flipping all those guys, honestly. What do you think about Harrison Barnes this game week? Well, great question, Marvin. Harrison Barnes, who I feel like I haven't heard from until this weekend, who had a monster game. He's got a cap of 25 and a projection of 24. So, Marvin, for me, it depends who else you're sitting on. Like this, I think this kind of reminds me of Herbert Jones, right? Where like it's fine. He's going to be out there a bunch.
Like good chance he reaches his cap. Chance of going over, but like not projecting to, but wouldn't be surprised if he does. So he's kind of just like oh, sweet. I need a guy around 25. He's a guy that's going to play. Put him in.
Exactly. Wait, this is a good one. Hayden says combo Giannis and Oubre or LeBron and Markkanen. I'll let you go first. I'm ready for my take, but I'll let you go first.
Ooh.
I don't want to.
Oubre's one game.
I think so. I'm not entirely sure.
Pull up Oubre and I can answer this.
Okay. All right. Oobs is cap of 33, 1 game, projection of 30.
I'm going LeBron and Markkanen.
Okay, that I get that. I get that. And I think that's I think you're in a good spot here, Hayden, because those are 2 great options.
I like both options. I agree with that too.
I'd go Giannis and Oubre only because with no LaMelo, Oubre seems like he's gonna just fucking chuck, man. He like every time I like go with. By the way, if you're new to this channel, we do a morning show every day. Every time I go over Hornets game, it's like, well, Oubre with 30 and 5 last night. I'm like, Jesus. So that's the only reason I would say Oubre and Giannis. And I feel like after that latter incident, Giannis is going to go for like a 60 point, like in IRL point game. So,
but I also, how is this a discussion? Because like you're telling me you're fitting Giannis and Oubre in a non-MVP lineup.
It must be an MVP lineup, right?
But then you could go Giannis and Markkanen.
Oh, good question. Maybe he's got Paul Reed. He's got Kuminga.
Because if he's putting that out in a contender, like in a contender lineup, damn, nice.
Yeah. We're okay. Conley is out. So man, Conley's out. That's
we knew that though.
Oh, did we? Okay, that's boosting Beasley. That is boosting Beasley a little bit.
And Sexton.
Yeah. God, Sex God. Uta's still a nice option. Thought about Sexton. Yeah, both of those are Uta, who was compared to Steph Curry last night in the Nets post game show, which is really funny.
Uta's too high of a cap for me right now.
Yeah, me too. Also between Reggie and Norman, Adam. I mean, dude, just flip a coin there. That's tough. Damian Lee or DeAndre Jordan. Johnny, look at me when I say this. I am never going to pick DeAndre Jordan. I don't care who the fuck is playing for the Nuggets. Here are the centers on the Nuggets that I would take. A hurt Jeff Green. I'd take him before I'd take Zeke Naji. Is Zeke Naji on the platform yet? I hate DeAndre Jordan deep in my soul. I'm never going to pick it. I don't know. You got any takes on DeMar DeRozan?
He's like probably just someone that's going to like perform around his cap. Like,
yeah,
it's more of like DeMar DeRozan will go off at some point during this year.
Yeah.
Will you be the lucky time that you play him or not, or play him all the time and eventually you'll hit it? But he's not like a guy that's going to consistently get over his cap. He's just going to go off a couple times and people go nuts.
Yeah. Ripping packs with stacks says Suggs, Walker, or Reeves. You know what? We'll look it all up because I have no idea. So Suggs with a cap of 26, projection of 35. That's pretty solid. It's going to be tough to beat that, I think. Let's go to Walker. Walker has a cap of 15 and projection of 20. It's definitely not going to be Reeves. Reeves with a cap of 18, projection of 12. So, yeah, I would go Suggs then Walker, right? You too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Suggs as a play in general.
Jesus, my super rare champion is SGA, Jalen Williams, Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, Jay Ivey. Gee, Adam, dude, I want 5%, man. Just give me a little cut. Give me a little something to this lineup. I want that sweat. All right, what else we got? Jared Vanderbilt or Seth Curry? All right. Let's go to the spreadsheets. I don't know. Cap of 21, projection of 24 for Vando, and then for Curry, wrong Curry. All right, looks like Vando's the play. All right, I'm so
Yeah.
far behind on the chat. Let's see. Kevin Williams, congrats. You're in the giveaway, my friend. Nick Richards has been crushing. Yeah, that's the backup big for Charlotte. I think that's fine. We got Sean Grant in the house. Good to see you, Sean. What else? Can we get a non-financial advice drop? Sure, we'll give you non-financial advice. We haven't done any drops. A lot of people who are just here for the so rare content are gonna be like, what the fuck's a drop? None of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right? There we go. You're all doing this on your own. Ukulele said Damian Lee is solid, right? Yeah, Damian Lee continues to pop, right?
Yeah, his cap just is slowly creeping up. So he's like not like a game changer, but he's a solid play when you got to throw someone in there.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Pat with a great comeback too. You're right. If it is 2012, lock in DeAndre Jordan. I totally agree. Ooh, Eric, I love this question, man. Also, look at that PFP, dude. Eric, you looking sharp, man. That is like a good. I would hire you tomorrow. Like depending on what we're applying for, I feel like you would be a good insurance lawyer. All right, so Justice Winslow, and I meant that as a compliment. Justice Winslow, who honestly gets a nice little bump with no Dame. He's got a cap of 22, projection of 25. And then we go to, I feel like it's going to be Sexton. Oh, no, it's actually Winslow. Cap of 21, projection of 22. What was Winslow again? Cap of 22, projection of 25. What do you think, TST? Are you a math guy, or do you think you going with your heart?
I think you're in a good spot with either of these. Can you use that one extra cap somewhere? Does that make a difference in your lineup? If not, go with Winslow.
Yeah, I think I like Winslow. All right, sorry to add. No worries, Bobby. Don't apologize. Sorry to ask, but thoughts again. Caleb Martin versus Tyus Jones. Again, this goes back to Bam. We need that Bam news. Caleb Martin with the cap at 20, projection of 24. Our boy Tyus with yeah, dude, it's Tyus. It's Tyus.
No, but that's one game too.
Yeah, it's one game, but it's
take
one
it.
game
Take
where
it.
he's I'm a realtor. You know how it goes. There you go, Eric. That's fine. Well, you're a good-looking realtor, Eric. I just take the W, my man. Got a cap of 20, says Vendetta. Do you have a suggestion? You know what? I love this question. Let's just go to the caps of 20. Here we go. Caleb Martin has stood out. Norman Powell. Powell's pretty solid. Reggie Jackson, one of those Clippers. But here we go. Mo Bamba's the one that's popping the most. Mo Bamba and Tyus Jones and Jalen Williams all seem to pop a little bit more than the guys we just listed. So Mo Bamba or Tyus Jones, who's your favorite?
If you have to go buy them, whichever one's cheaper.
That's great.
Either of those two. I think Bamba has more upside.
I think he does too.
So if you're swinging for the fences, Bamba. If you're just trying to hit a nice double in the contender and just get another limited for next week, go Tyus.
And they both have one game, so keep that in mind. Mo Bamba has a better shot of 2 fouls in the first quarter and then playing 9 minutes. So where Tyus Jones is not going to do that. Mike says, I hate seeing massive scores in my training teams, knowing I couldn't fit them in. Yeah, dude. I never check my training scores. Last week, someone was like, hey, so like, what do you think about your training? And I'm like, well, I don't think about it. I just click it as fast as I can to make sure I get them all in there.
I think that was me.
It was probably you. Dedmon or Banton? Well, Dedmon might not play Rip and Pack, so I think I'd go Banton, right?
Oh, Banton play?
Are they here? You asking questions about hurt men? If they're both playing, I still think I think Banton. Let's see what else we got. 2v2, Harrell and Scotty versus Marcus Morris and George Yang.
Harrell and Scotty.
Yeah, Harrell and Scotty, me too, even though I hate Harrell right now. All right, what else? Irving or Rozier? Dude, I just don't know, Johnny. I don't know how, dude, Kyrie is a fucking ticking time bomb, man. I'm not.
Well, follow it up with this. He threw in Oubre there. I'd maybe take Oubre.
Over Scary Terry? Let's check the caps. I think Terry would be my first pick, all things equal. So Terry Rozier has a cap of 36, projection of 35. Oubre has a cap of 33, projection of 30. Yeah, I'd go Terry, Kelly, Kyrie. That's where I would go. That's where I would go. But I get it. I get it the other
But
way.
you agree though? Irving has the highest upside of those three.
Yeah, Kyrie has the highest upside, but he also has the highest or the lowest basement too. Dude, I'm so sorry, man. I've been like crushing pronunciations, and I honestly just message me and tell me how to do it so I don't embarrass myself like this again. But also a great photo right there. TST is boots on the ground in the country of Canada. Do we have any any takes on Gary Trent Jr.?
I think he'll play, but he's
Yeah.
still questionable right now, I think. But there's just like a little time before the game that I think that'll
So
change
if
if
he
he's
plays,
questionable.
how do you feel about Mr. Gary?
Mm, I think he's in a nice spot with his cap right now, being at 25. There's some high upside there, but uh I don't know, like I've never really jumped on the Gary Trent Jr.
Yeah.
train.
I but
Like he
I
doesn't, but then he does great stuff and he plays well, and I'm always waiting for him to take bad shots, and he keeps making bad shots, so he takes them. But
he can't
uh,
crush. So okay, Gary's confirmed playing from another boots on the ground.
yeah,
Raps
talk
don't
about
play till
Tesla.
Wednesday. George, okay, this honestly, like I think we should do a whole show on this. I don't even know if we have enough time, but I love this. Shake Milton, keep and use the cap or cash in. That is like, I think that's the beauty of this entire game. Is that it's like, what the fuck do we do in these situations? Because I own both the Paul Reed and Montrezl Harrell, did the same thing. I don't know. Well, yeah. How have you been approaching this shit?
I would say that I have not been selling enough.
Enough, right? Like that you should be, but you haven't been.
Yeah, and what
Yeah.
I will say is that it's not necessarily a terrible move right now, but there's going to be a point in the year where it does become bad because, like, supply is going up slowly, consistently, and there'll just be a point where like people like the off season, there's going to be a bunch of tanks.
Yeah.
Non-playoff teams are going to tank once the playoffs start. Like all these different things are going to happen, and you don't want to be behind on
That
that.
that's
Um,
true. The only
but
thing I would say,
I'm
okay.
having too much fun building my lineups though,
Yeah.
so I rather kind of keep them and have them. I still think there's a high chance of a lot of these guys popping again.
That's where I am. I will say though, like the one pushback on that is that they've slowed down the pace in the auctions, but they've also added more tournaments. And
Yeah,
that also helps too. Chris Middleton's back in for the Bucks. Zion no limit minute restriction. Amon Bjork. We'll do this, and then I'm gonna build my lineup so I can take you through the fucking process, bro. All right, so cap of 12. My guess it's gonna be a Warriors, but it's gonna be expensive, right? So when we go to the cap of 12, here we go. Oh, so bang, Moses Moody, but I'm sure Moses Moody's expensive. Let's actually check what Moses Moody is right here.
Trey
Market man. What?
Trey Mann's available to play Monday. Darius Baisley's available to play Monday.
All right.
Kevin Love will play Monday.
Oh, wait, Moses Moody is like $11. Moses Moody's the play. That's a great play. Are people not paying attention? That's a great play.
No, wait. Where are you getting the price from? Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
11.
Yeah. It's like everybody just saw the news and they're like, "Oh, I got to sell this." It's Moses Moody, it's not close. Cuz Moses Moody has like a good floor of minutes without the game getting out of hand. Like he's got a high. Okay, now it's $12, dude. We moved the market. That's what we did here. We moved the market. All right, let's. I want to build my lineup. Let's build my shit here, and we'll get into it. Also, before I do that, remind the people here: 69 entrants. Hell yeah! Normally I just spin that shit. We're gonna give away a limited card. You gotta like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag TST into the chat. All right, here we go. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna start with my rare contender because that's the one that means the most to me. And now with this Zion news, I think I kind of want to fit him into that lineup. But I
Mm-hmm.
have to play 3 rares, right? You got to play 3 rares. Sorry, I'm fucking people. People text me being like, "You have to respond now." It's like,
Love that. Favorite text to get.
I'm also like a little rattled because, like I said at the beginning of the show, I went out to watch the USA game, and I gotta tell you, like, there's not a lot of times in the United States of America in the last like 7 years where you can just be like jacked up about everything going on in the USA. And so everything's fucking flags, everyone's hugging each other after a goal. And I'm just like, I'm still devastated after that fucking penalty. Anyways, John Moran is doubtful. Yeah, John Moran's gonna miss some time, George. All right. I think like when you look at this, right? This is when you go to play three rares, right? Jeremy Grant's locked and loaded. Jordan Poole's locked and loaded. We look at some other rares, right? I've got Trey Murphy, Jalen Smith, Yuta, Terrence Mann, James Wiseman. It's Paul Reed, right?
It's Paul Reed.
It's Paul Reed. So that gives me 21 cap the rest of the way. I don't think I really wanted to fit Zion in here. But that leaves me with 7. I don't know what I have left here. Let's actually I might be able to do a 7 spot here. No, Kaminga's 9, right? Ooh, Jovic.
Ooh. That's
right.
spicy.
That's Jovic, right?
That's that. And yeah.
Wait, hold on. Right? That's the lineup, right?
That makes me feel a lot worse about my contender. So
fucking hey, what's his name? Nicholas Julia? Is that his? Who's the So Rare boss? Who's
what?
Dude, who's the guy in charge of So Rare?
There's that it like people already always
send me the
about?
prize, baby. Send me the prize. This is first place right here. Yeah, this shit, dude. This is tier 1. Where's my man Adam? Adam, I'm gonna be joining you in the super rare world in a second, okay? Because this is gold. We're gonna smash this submit. People saying that's banger. That lineup slaps. There we go. All right, let's go over to.
Okay, can I do my rare contender right now? Because
hell yeah. I'll add your screens live right now, but maybe you shared
that's not the one.
Yeah, all right, we'll share a new one.
Share screen.
Yeah, dear Nicholas. Dear Nicholas. All right, here we go. You're up. You're live.
Okay, so got Moody that I know, Daniel House Jr. that I know.
Like it.
And then
off to a good start.
And then I'm looking at Aaron Gordon, who is now questionable or something for tomorrow.
That makes me
Trey
nervous.
Jones 1 game. So
Aaron. Well, I think I go Aaron Gordon.
So
he's not going to miss both games, right? Would you rather, if you in a vacuum, would you? And they each had 1 game. Who would you rather have, Aaron Gordon or Trey Jones?
Aaron Gordon, especially like if other people are still out in Denver.
Yeah,
I like how that is.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking at 29 per.
Oof.
So
Scotty,
I got Scotty here. I got Kyle Kuzma.
Oh, Franz. You got to get Franz in there.
I got Franz, which is
Franz,
like,
this is a Franz lineup. And then Giddy, dude.
And then Giddy. But like, then I'm going all in on this one. Versus, like, I'm prioritizing my rare contender then.
Well, do you have other like great value plays so you could spend up for somebody? But I don't even know what spend ups you have, right? This is like,
so I got TJ, who I kind of like now.
You know what I like about
Jeremiah Robinson Earl, who's starting.
No, I do like Jeremiah Robinson Earl, but like, who does that get you to? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you took out Franz, or Giddy, like, who does that doesn't get you up to anybody?
It doesn't get me really up to anyone.
You know what I like about this lineup though, TST, is that you can. This is safe. Like, this is going to get you some points back. Like, you're going to get something out of this.
The only other option would be to go 4 rare.
You could go 4 rare, but this is called So Rare. The other thing, actually, I don't hate that. That's probably the move.
Because
then you can use Giddy in the Western Conference one.
Yeah, I can use him in other lineups, whereas Trey Jones, I wasn't entering another one. So
Jeff says what Mike loves about this lineup is there's 0 chance it beats. Yeah, let me introduce you to Zion, my man.
Yeah, well,
Zion, who just like sits games all the time.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go 4 rares.
I think that's the move.
All right, that was the big thing I needed to get. So let's go back to your other ones.
All right, let me ask you this: do you focus next on limited contender or limited Western Conference?
I think contender's been my bread and butter. It's been like just hitting some tier 3s, tier 2s.
Contender. All right, so let's see. Average of 22, right? Do we just throw in Jeremy Grant?
Oh,
what?
Just like your first 3 players there being all Western Conference.
Yeah, we go. Let's go to the Western
Yeah,
Conference.
go Western Conference. I didn't know what you're rolling with here.
Yeah.
Like
All
what you
right. So
had
limited
in
Western
your
Conference
repertoire.
here. Oh, Dedmon is to play tonight if that moves. That does suck for Jovic. Do we have the Bam news though? Jovic should still start though. Hold on. Let me just refresh my injury news. Dwayne Dedmon on track to play. Bam's on track to play too. That fucks up the Jovic stuff, right? Or is he still fine?
My lineup just got a chance.
I need the chat to decide. Do we still roll with Jovic? Because Jovic did start the last time Bam and Dedmon played. So he's probably still fine on a cap of 7. We're going to roll with Jovic. Let's fucking go.
It gives you Zion.
It gives me Zion, right? All right, so here we go. LeBron, and then we go Jeremy Grant, Keldon Johnson. That leaves us 25 each, and which is funny because we're going to be leaving some salary on the table here. But I don't hate the guys I have left, right? Like you just throw in Shade and Sharp. Or should I buy someone for 34 right now?
Or
Take Zion out.
Or you can go big and buy an MVP.
Well, LeBron is MVP, right?
Well, no, but could you have LeBron as your second guy?
Yeah, but like, what MVP could I spend on? Like, I don't want to spend a lot right now.
Okay. Look for a 34 then. Look for a 34.
Like, or
just a 30. Like you could,
right,
or you want a little Giddy action?
Let's look at Momentum Labs. Yeah, what's Giddy at? What is?
I mean, his cap's only 26, but
what did I say I had left for cap? If I
you have 34, so go 34 and under and check it.
All right, 34 and under. Yeah, is anybody absolutely popping here? No. Hero, he's out. Rudy, Kelly Oubre. I mean, I guess Scotty Barnes is probably the best play there. Although, no, I need a Western Conference guy. Jamal Murray. I thought I had Jamal Murray. Oh, it's because he's ruled out. Are they only playing one game?
No. Go back to it.
To Jamal Murray here, doubtful. Oh, yeah, they only have one game, so he's doubtful.
No, they have 2 games, but because he's definitely out for 1, it'll say only 1 on the Momentum Labs.
Oh, really?
So he has a chance to play 1, but he's definitely not playing.
Okay, that's what we're doing. We don't have to buy shit.
Oh, you just hope you're just praying for that.
Dude. Upside, baby, upside. That's what we're doing.
All right then.
Submit. Team registered. All right, and then last but not least, let's try to get that limited contender. And I don't even know what we have left here. We're just gonna go Javon Carter, Benedict Mathurin. Actually, I don't hate this. Terrence Mann, and then I should have another warrior. Do we do Jamichael or Moses? This feels insane not to have used Kuminga, right?
Wait, what?
Right.
See, this is an example where I think focusing on the Western Conference is bad.
What do you mean?
Because like you didn't use Kuminga?
Where was I going to use him?
Here.
Right, but over who though?
To go up on someone.
But I don't have anybody to go up on is what I'm saying.
Because you use them in your Western.
Where's Kuminga? Oh, is Kuminga KA? Do I not own Kuminga? Oh, no, there it is. But I don't have anybody to go up to is my point.
Yeah, but my point is that the people that you could go up to are in your Western Conference one.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got to buy more people is my point. Man.
Yeah, I just don't like using 28 on Javon Carter.
Yeah, but there's nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
No.
I get why you have to play.
All right, we'll figure it out. I'll go fucking spend some more money, you assholes. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Like the name, subscribe, put hashtag TST into the chat. All right, Yotes is saying delete the Western and focus on the contender. Do you agree with that?
Yes, because the reason I agree is because you are taking a huge gamble with Jamal Murray playing.
Hey, also for the record, TSC was like, dude, let's focus on Western. All right.
No,
so you were the one that did that.
No.
You were the one that did
that.
Cam Reddish ruled out. Kevon Looney is probable. So that hurts your Jermichael Green energies. All right. So
Yeah.
if we've got a cap of 22, I still think Jeremy Grant is one of the better plays. I think Ben Simmons is a great play. Matherin, I think, is a great play. And then I think we can just plug in these two Warriors guys, right? We can just go Moody at 12. This actually gets me up to 15, but I think I'd. Okay, here we go. Terrence Mann or Kuminga. Who do you like more? It's actually probably Mann, isn't it?
But yeah, because without Paul George. But
right.
What could Kuminga instead of Moody get you to? 18?
Nothing good. So if we go to right, if we go to Kuminga, I mean, I guess I could go. Why am I spelling it wrong? What's going on?
Come.
Right? And that's how you spell it. Oh, wait, then it showed up. Hold on. Why? That's so weird. Ready? Doesn't show up. KU for sure. All right. So Kuminga gets me 9 and leaves it. So I can. All right. Here we go. Kuminga and Shaden Sharp, or what I just had, which was like Moody and Mann. Moody and Mann. Kuminga and Sharp.
I think I'd go. Kuminga and Sharp.
Wow. Okay, fine, dude. If I win it, Nicholas, Nicholas, if you're watching, here you go, dude. Just send me the shit. All right, last call. Like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag TST into the chat. Johnny says, thanks, you guys. I lined up limited champion Clarkson, Kyrie, DeJounte Murray, Oubre, Moody, contender, Scary Terry. I'm sorry. Caleb Martin, Hula Diviando, Ovando, Hula Diviando, Reed, Western, Clarkson, Mark. Dude, let's get it. Dude, just fucking get it, dude. We love it.
Hula Divondo is going to score 2 World Cup goals and
honestly, if that ends up being some more shit about Jonas Valanciunas, I'm out. No, Bones Highland. Okay. All right, it's Bones Highland. That makes
and Vando.
Wait, I still have Reed and Harrell I haven't played.
There's not enough competitions for you yet.
I need to sell everything. This is too hard, dude. This is too hard.
All right, it's too hard because you do this show.
It is too hard because I do this show, and I also have to build some fucking FanDuel lineups.
I'm struggling over here to finish my lineup.
Yeah, so. I'm upset. Listen, hey guys, I appreciate everyone being here. We do this live before lock show on Mondays and Fridays, both at 5:30 Eastern. We do. Wiggins is out. Kuminga to the moon.
Wiggins is out. That ruins all my lineups.
I told you, dude. I fucking told you.
Damn it.
We do this show Mondays and Fridays at 5:30 Eastern, and we give away some shit. We do, if you're new to this channel, we do morning show Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern, just covering all things basketball. We talk about some Top Shot stuff and we cry. We talk about Sorare stuff and we laugh. We do like the gambit of emotions. So definitely hang out if you haven't done it. Follow all the links in the show notes. If you want to join our Discord, you can do that. You can join our YouTube VIP. That gets you some access to other gated channels, and it makes me feel good deep inside. But I'm also, more importantly, going to pump our man TST, who is willing to come on our show every Monday, which is Sex. We love that. I just dropped a link to his YouTube, so go subscribe to that. He does a lot of videos around Sorare and Top Shot as well. That was like, I felt like Ace Ventura just there, where I was like, and then just rattled off a bunch of stuff. But TST, anything that I didn't share that I should have shared?
No, that's perfect.
that was comedy in itself right there. Nembard is back.
Oh god damn it, ruining everything for me.
Fucking butt. We're giving away TJ McConnell.
God damn it.
We are giving away TJ McConnell. Also, thanks TSC and Ted Lasso. I do have Ted Lasso vibes today. I'm also wearing like khakis. Like I do feel like Ted Lasso.
And like the whole soccer vibe, everything.
Yeah, dude. Oh god, I'm still so pissed off. I'm pissed off about that because I drank too much today in like the middle of the day on a Monday. But it's, it's a holiday week here in the US to remember the time.
Get it started. That's how it works. When the holiday is Thursday, Friday, you start on Monday.
We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern with the basketball show. I don't, and then I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah, the Orange Army. Congrats to the Netherlands. Fuck off the United States. Here we go. If you win this thing, shoot me a DM either on Twitter or over in the Discord. Good luck to everyone. Hey, I'm gonna tweet something out on the Team Hold account. Let us know what your lineups are. Marvin, shout out Marvin. Big dubs. I like when someone who's active in the chat wins thing. Johnny doing the duty of making sure at least someone tells me at the end of every show to not forget my training lineups. And then, yeah, Mike says, to be fair, Sudeikis and Mike get blackout drunk. That's not true. I don't get blackout. I'm old. I don't get blackout. I just get full. All right, everybody. Thank you for hanging out today. Appreciate you all being here. TSC, thanks for being here, man. Let's go get some cum buckets.